everybody. Today we're going to talk about balancing your health. One of my favorite fitness guys is Dr. J. Tita. Dr. Tita introduced me to the term HEC about maybe 5 years ago. So it's HEC. So what does HEC stand for? It stands for hunger, energy, and cravings. So this is how you balance your health. The coolest saying ever is keeping your HEC in check. So to keep your HEC in check, you need to manage your hunger, stabilize your energy, and diminish your cravings. So we can say that again. You need to manage your hunger, stabilize your energy, and diminish your cravings. The key to this is to balance your hormones. And I'm just going to talk for a second about hormones, and then I'll give you some tips about how to do that. So the main hormones that influence hunger are insulin, leptin, and ghrelin. And the hormones that influence cravings are ghrelin, cortisol, dopamine, serotonin, and GABA. And your energy is mostly managed from insulin, cortisol, and then your thyroid hormones. So to achieve hormone balance, you have to pay attention to what you're doing with your body every day. What are you putting into it? How are you treating it? And what I like to say is you have to be your own detective, because we're all different. So you're your own little detective, and you have to figure out what changes that you can make. What can you add, and what can you take away so that you can keep your HEC in check? I'm just going to say that about 500 times because I like it. So as you know, I've talked about many times, changing your body and changing your health is a process. So you have to make small changes in your routine, and then that will head you in the direction for better health. I'm going to give you some guidelines and tips to help you to balance your hormones to get your HEC in check. The first one is to eat lots of vegetables. So this week, your goal is to eat 6 servings of vegetables a day. And I know that sounds like a lot, but you could put peppers in your eggs, green, yellow, orange, red. That would be a way to get in a bunch. You could have cucumbers and carrots in your salad for lunch. And you could have 2 different kind of vegetables for dinner, or you could have another salad for dinner. So there's lots of ways to get in vegetables very easily. And then you also want to have fruit that is low in sugars, like berries, all kinds of berries, lemons and limes you can put in your water, oranges, but definitely not orange juice. That will do the total opposite. And then there's cantaloupe. So these are the foods, the vegetables, and the low sugar fruits that digest slowly, and therefore they keep you full longer, so we can keep our hunger in check, and it helps keep your cravings in check. Okay, so the second thing is to eat enough protein to keep you full, but not too much so that you're stuffed. And I would say that 90% of the people that I see don't get enough protein, and they actually overeat their carbohydrates. So overeating protein would be rare, but just be mindful of how much protein you're getting into. Cindy's laughing. Okay, and the third is many of us need to change our mindset about our exercising. So we need to mix it up. You can't just do cardio every day, nor can you just do strength training every day. You have to mix it up. So for cardio, you want to do 2 days that are a little intense, but that you stay within yourself. You're not trying to get injured. You're just trying to challenge yourself by doing short intervals, and we've talked about that. And so you're going to do 1 or 2 days of that, and then you're going to do 3 or 4 days of more moderate cardio. And as far as the strength goes, you want to get in 2 to 3 days of total body strength and stretching. And you can mix up your strength training any way you want. Everybody does that different, and you just don't want to always do the same, okay? So consistency is the key with your workouts, and it always goes back to making the time, which now you have the time, making the time and understanding that nothing is more important than your health. So even though there's many things to do around the house, there's many things to get caught up on, your first priority is always going to be your health. And another tip would be that little detective in yourself has to learn how to listen to your body. You have to learn when to rest and when to recover and restore. Many of the top world-class athletes, they train super hard, but they are successful because they also know when to rest and when to restore and how to lay low. So when you see all the fancy videos and, oh, work harder, sweat, you should work hard, you should sweat, but you also have to know when to rest and restore, and then you will see big gains in how you feel and in how you will balance your health. And also you need to get a stretch routine. That'll be part of your restoring your body. It doesn't have to be a super long routine, it can be simple, it just needs to be consistent. Only stretch if you want to feel better. Okay, and another tip would be to average about 7 hours of sleep. As much as you need an exercise routine, you also need a sleep routine. And some tips for that would be to make sure your room is dark and make sure it's cool. And you want to make sure that you shut off your electronics quite some time before you go to bed. Let's say you don't want to shut off your electronics. Let's say you want to, that's the way you sleep, you go into bed and you read your phone or your iPad. Well, there is a thing you can do so that those blue rays do not affect your sleep, because they really do. You can get blue blocker glasses. There's a company that I use, it's called Felix Gray, and they actually make good-looking glasses, and they even make good-looking reading blue blocker glasses. And when you use those, you won't get all those rays that can really affect your sleep. So that's a tip you could do. Another thing you have to remember is nothing good happens after 10:30 at night. What will happen is you will just graze. You'll start eating, and you're not going to be eating fruits and vegetables. So go to bed. There's actually some studies out there right now that show the quality of your sleep after midnight. If you do not go to bed till after midnight, the quality of your sleep is not as good. And that's going to really affect you very much in the long term. It's going to really affect your hormones. And then you won't be able to get your HEC in check. Okay, so sleep. Another tip for balance is to have a daily, restorative downtime routine. And right now, I understand that some people they have too much downtime. But even today, when we're all thrown up, you can get yourself caught up in, I got to get this done. Now's the chance to get my house done, to paint, to clean, to do whatever. And then you're still keep that hyperness for way too long before you go to bed. So you have to find that downtime. And I think you should picture yourself, you're sitting in a chair with your feet up. And what I like to do is picture that I'm going to actually plug in my body. So I'm going to recharge my body, plug it in. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to have some downtime, whether that be with my dog or if I want to escape in some mystery thriller book, but just find that time so that you don't just zoom and go to bed. Find that downtime. Picture that you're recharging your body. Okay, so finally, to keep that HEC in check, to get it in check, is learning how to better manage your stress. We all have stress, and we're all going to continue having stress. It's going to definitely go up and down. It's going to be very unpredictable, like what's happening right now is very stressful and very challenging. One of the best ways, my dad taught me how to manage stress, is to stay positive. So just stay positive and believe, and that is going to help you a lot. Also, find healthy outlets for your stress management. That could be, of course, exercise, reading. Another healthy outlet would be reaching out to others, to help others, the way that you can right now. So those are some of the simple techniques to balance your body. I want you to start making some changes today. So think about what changes can you make starting today so that you can nurture and balance your body. Let's get our HEC in check. Thanks, guys.